Okay, so I spoke to my mother tonight, and it's funny. I don't even know why I ask the questions, because I just, at this point, but I'm always still awestruck when I get an answer that just blows my mind. So, in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, it speaks about a wonder in heaven. There's a wonder in heaven. There was a woman who was clothed with the sun, had the moon at her feet, and had a crown of 12 stars. Okay? Now, that is described, that what was described there was a constellation that happened on September 23rd of last year. That's the same day where I decided to make a movie to get the love of my life back. So it checks that box. But God has dual meanings. So I asked my mom, she's big into astrology, coincidentally. Mom, what signs are you? You know, because you're like, she's an Aries, but she's got all these other signs, because everyone has these other signs, and all of them are fire. Wrapped in the sun means she's got fire signs all around her. And the moon in her feet, I have no clue what that means. That's great. What's up, God? How are you? Maybe that is a clue. And anyway, the last thing was, 12 stars on a crown. Okay? Now, I know my name is James, and my brother, my only other sibling, is named John. James and John, like the apostles. I said, Mom, where do we get those names from? And here's what she said. She said, oh, well, we named you after the apostles. She was, actually, your dad wanted to be a priest. I was like, really? He's a geologist. She was like, no, he was very spiritual. We were both very spiritual. I said, huh. She said, actually, we're going to have 9 kids and name them after each of the apostles. She started talking about Judas and whatever. Maybe they were going to drop some names or something like that. But so I said, oh, you had the apostles on your mind when you were naming your children. She's wrapped with the sun. Fire signs. The moon at her feet. What the heck does that mean? I know that there's different houses in astrology. It's like the first house, second house, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Maybe it means it was at the bottom. Or maybe it just ties to the constellation, which matched perfectly on the day I decided to make this movie for real. A movie about coincidence that's designed to prove the existence of God. Prophecy, when you fulfill it, it's just a coincidence, right? There was a star above Bethlehem or whatever. Just a coincidence, right? Or is it God saying, this is exactly what will happen to prove that he is omniscient and omnipotent, because there is a God. I know, because I was caught up to his throne when I was 0 years old. The rod of iron is my tongue. Anyone who knows me knows I have a sharp tongue. It stings. But I'm a nice guy. But when I see something that's unfair, I'll be the first person to point the fucking thing out.